Hi Facebook, it's Katie here, and I just wanted to say hello and happy Valentine's Day. I'm wearing my red for the Day of Love, and I just wanted to pop on and just say hello, happy Valentine's Day, and to give you a couple of pointers and ideas about 2018, because Year of the Dog is almost here. In fact, it's coming on Friday. In fact, there's a whole lot of energy that's coming up right now. Today's Valentine's Day. Tomorrow we have a new moon and an eclipse at 4:05. This makes this new moon supercharged and super packed. So if there's a wish that you have for the year, for your life, a goal you'd like to attain, tomorrow is your day to start those wishes at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time. That's when the eclipse happens, and that's when the new moon. It's all happening at once. And here's the cool part about this particular new moon. This is at the start of when the energy of the earth begins to change to growing energy. We are getting through winter, although I know for a lot of folks it's still very gray and cold and not feeling like spring at all, but it actually is going to be spring here before you know it, and that energy is shifting towards spring. So we're on that downhill slide of this old chi and going to have some new chi coming up. Here's the cool thing too, is that tomorrow, because it's a new moon and because it's an eclipse, that means you've got two heavenly bodies there to support you, the sun and the moon. You talk about making wishes that are power packed and that have a really good shot at coming true. This is your year. And this is your month. So make sure that tomorrow you make those new moon wishes. So I want to talk a little bit about the year ahead. I haven't really talked about it, but I want to give you a couple of tips. Now, if you go to my website, redlotusletter.com, and scroll down, you'll see articles, and you'll see a really pretty picture of a dog. And if you go to click on that link, you'll get this really nice diagram that tells you pretty much the roadmap of Feng Shui. Now, if you want to know how Feng Shui really affects you and your bedroom and your life, I also have a forecast that is right here on this Facebook page, right up here at the top on the header. But that link, that page will also take you to more information. So if you want to know what the year is going to be like for horses, by the way, horses, you've got a great year, and I know you could use them. Sheep and monkeys, good year for you. Snakes and dragons, also a good year for you. Lots of great things coming for those zodiac signs. But I want to talk about 2018 and give you a quick heads up and a little bit of detail about it, because there is some really great news out there. And first up is the Wealth Star. It's coming to the wealth sector this year. So if you've got a southeast facing house, a southeast corner bedroom, oh boy, you're going to be, as Madge used to say, you're going to be soaking in it. Now, I know I just dated myself there, but that means that the longer you spend in an area with good energy or bad energy, the more it can impact you. So if you've got a southeast facing door, or like I said, a bedroom or a home office like what I work in, hey, you got some great stuff coming your way. I know you're gonna love that. Now, how do you activate that? Lots of lights, lots of activity, spend time there. Make sure that you don't ignore the southeast corner of your living room or of your house in 2018, because that is where all the fun is. Now, if you're single and you're looking for love, there's the great energy for love this year in the south. So if your house faces south, your bedroom's in the south, your home office is in the south, you're going to be soaking in all that good romance energy. So it's going to really be exciting. And this is a really good year for you to actually maybe meet somebody or have more of a choice to choose from. So if it's been kind of you've been a little bit of a drought, a love drought, and you're single and you're looking, this is your year. And because it's in the south, that makes horses and horse figures especially lucky. I was just thinking I had one here on my desk. I was going to show it to you, but I don't have it. Anyhow, so horse figures, put that in the south corner of your living room if you are in the market for a new love, a new relationship, or to attract more people to you. That's a great way. It's also really good if you want to get out and be sociable and have more friends and do fun things. Put a figure of a horse in the south corner of your living room, and you'll be on the go and on everybody's invitation list. Sounds pretty good, right? Okay, so let's talk about, we also have some really great energy for men and women. Now, men and women had some tough energy last year. So for instance, in the Southwest, that rules women, and the Northwest, that rules men, we both had this heavy problematic energy that just caused one thing after another. And if you can remember 2017, you might think, I'm glad I endured and got through it. Anyway, this year, ladies, I'm happy to tell you the windfall star is coming. That means beautiful things like, surprise diamonds, jewelry, opportunities, travel, and people who come to your aid. So if there is an opportunity to do something, let's say you have your own business and you have an opportunity to do something at a distance, this is your year. You're going to love it. Also, surprise checks. Who doesn't love those? Checks in the mail? Yes, this will be the year they actually are in the mail, and they pay off handsomely. So ladies, really good stuff. Is there something that you should be doing in that sector? Well, heck yeah. You want to be activating all that windfall and wealth energy with a beautiful wealth bowl. Put all your gems in there, crystals. I love pink diamonds. That's always a beautiful addition. Some gold nuggets. Add anything that's metal and gemmy and put it in a bowl. Glass is usually best, or ceramic, and you will activate that beautiful windfall star. Now, men also have a bounty this year. The bounty they have is, I don't think I have my light on, and I'm looking a little dark. Let me see if I can there we go. Get a little bit more light on the subject. So men have got an opportunity this year to make more money, to climb the corporate ladder, to see their income rise, or maybe get a promotion. And that's because there is the white one star of opportunity that comes to visit the northwest corner of your home and your life. And if you have a northwest house, look for your income to rise this year. The only thing I do want to mention about that, sometimes that one star can make you spend a little bit more. So if you're sleeping in the northwest corner, or your house faces the northwest, just keep tabs on the spending. It can make you want to, buy everybody a round of drinks, and you end up getting the tab and a big headache probably. Anyway, so opportunity is coming for men. What do they need to do? They just need to do whatever they can that is going to be, that's metallic, anything that's moving, like those gold Nico cats. Those are the perfect place to put those waving kitties at, and get the kind that are actually motorized and that actually wave. That will stimulate that one star. Now, there's more good news, but one of the things I wanted to talk about is some of the tough stuff. Anyway, one of the things we have to watch out this year is there's a cutting energy in the east corner. And this is the type of energy that can create problems with fraud, like online fraud, credit card theft, even accidents, injuries, problems with two areas of the body, and that's your feet and your teeth. And this can happen for anybody. So how do we handle that? Add a water fountain or some kind of water energy or symbol in the east corner of your home, because this is the area that relates to your health and your family relationships. The other thing that it can do is it can cause family relationships sometimes to get testy, and it also affects the oldest son. So these are all the many ways that this kind of energy can affect you. But watch out this year for the east corner, because remember, health really is our wealth, and we want to protect that east corner and protect our oldest sons, our sons who might be learning to drive this year. That's a possibility. If they are, just maybe maybe hold the keys back a little bit longer, or not let them drive so much, especially if they're just learning to drive, because it could be accidents, something like that. Let's also talk about kids. So kids it's interesting about this year in terms of the flu season. We have had an unprecedented flu season, and one of the hardest hit populations is children. More children have died this year from flu than I think since the turn of the 1900s. This is because we have the illness star smack in the middle of the sector that regards children. So make sure that little nagging problems, like that little sniffle, little cough, that kind of thing, don't take chances. Take care of it, get it checked out right away, so it doesn't morph into something more serious, especially now that we're having this flu season, record flu season that we're having. Metal in the west corner is going to help you with that. And another thought is to add a pretty plant, like a white flowering plant. I've got a green orchid here. That will work just as well. That would help to add some health energy. Another thing that you can do to help your health, again, is this little beauty. This is Lucky Bamboo, and there's 3 stalks because 3 represents health and the oldest son, and they're in stones and water. And this represents that growing, healthy energy. So you can place that in the east to help your health, and add a plant in there for your kids in the south, in the west, because that corner, like I said, really needs a little extra boost. Shouldn't be anything really serious, but like I said, if you have a west-facing house or a west corner, definitely, or a west bedroom, you want to be careful. Just watch any sort of, make sure that no health or financial issues that are small grow larger. So try to keep everything as contained as possible. If you're thinking, oh, I shouldn't go to the doctor, there was one woman, a teacher in Dallas 2 days ago, that died of flu because she didn't want to pay for the Tamiflu, and I think it's probably out of her teacher budget. Anyhow, stretch your budget if you have to. So just take care of yourself this year, especially if you have a west bedroom or kids in the west. And while we're on the subject of illness and that kind of stuff, we also have a really strong illness and problem energy in the north. Now, while men have opportunity, business income, if your man's been looking for a job or wants to apply for a job, this is a year he can get ahead. And you, as I said earlier, you want to definitely activate that area with something like moving metal. Like I mentioned, the little Nico kitties that wave, those are great. I have those in my boutique at shopperlotus.com. You can pick one of those up for a song, and that'll activate and work on it. But in the career area, which is actually income, there's where we have a concern. There's a really serious energy actually that can cause a problem. And in terms of the problem, it could be like an accident that can keep you from working. It could be a health problem that might stop you from working, or it could be a layoff or a job cut, something like that. This is the year that we really want to take care at the north corner of our homes. No red colors like this, no candles, no digging, no banging, no clanging, and also pull this guy in there. This is a really great, I don't want to say cure, I'm going to say a remedy. This is a really good remedy to place in the north corner of your home or living room to help handle some of this energy, because they're, in addition to the career sector, which is also the income sector. This is very important. Many people talk about the wealth corner in Feng Shui, but what they're talking about is assets and stocks and things like that. More people that I know worry about their actual income versus their assets. I mean, obviously people who are older are going to worry about making their assets last and that kind of thing, but most people worry about income. This north corner rules your week in, week out, month in, month out salary, payments for jobs, that kind of thing. So make sure that you add this guy here, this 3, it's super easy. Go to Michael's, get a vase, fill it up with rocks, go to your florist and get 3 bamboo rods, and you're off to the races, and that will help things. This nasty energy that's in the career sector also comes with a friend. And this friend can create some problems like loss of reputation and that kind of thing. So this guy with the bamboo and the water will help handle some of that. So make sure that you put that in your living room and or wherever the north corner of your house is, and that will help it. Now, let's talk about in the Northeast. Now, the Northeast is called the wisdom sector, or decision-making is what I like to think of it. It's wise decision. It's also education. So if you've got kids, this is a really important area. There could be the energy that moves in here to around education and decisions is the argument star. You may find that you and your partner in life are arguing about things, about making decisions or big decisions, or you're having trouble making decisions. And it's very important that if you have any contracts at all, if you have to sign any contracts, that you make sure you go over them with a fine-tooth comb, get legal advice if you need to. This is especially important if you are if you're sleeping in the northeast corner or your house faces the northeast. This can make this more impactful to you. One way you can handle that is to wear red colors. And in fact, red colors are really good if you're a zodiac sign is ox or a tiger. Red colors are really good for both the ox and the tiger, and it will help kind of burn off some of that excess argument energy. Now, if you have kids and you have a northeast corner house or northeast corner front door, or someone sleeping in the northeast, if you have kids, this star can also be the bullying star. So, like that illness star that I was talking about with kids, this year, make sure that anything that is small, just stay small. Nip it in the bud, handle it right away, get legal advice if you need it, and don't engage and watch your temper, especially if this is your bedroom. You may find that you want to just like fire off and count to 10 before you send off that email. Read it, reread it again. Have somebody else read it, especially if it's one of those that's, a big one. So make sure you do that. So we've talked about we've gone around the whole floor plan from southeast to northeast, and the one thing that we haven't talked about is the center. And this was my best for last because it's the happy star. The ninth star is going to be in the center of our homes, and that means happiness, joy, optimism, and excitement. Also, social activities. You may find that you want to do things with friends, or you call up friends that you haven't talked to in forever. That's that star working on you. It makes everything a lot more fun, and you want to do things in groups. So this year, don't stay in. Go out, get out, be seen, and make sure that you are inviting friends along. Have people over to your house. Hang out and play games, just socialize, spend some time there. There's lots of great energy in the center sector this year that is going to bring us a lot of benefits in terms of opportunities to travel, do things with friends, work in groups a little bit more, and have more fun. So make sure that you schedule in some fun this year. Make sure you, whether that's a monthly massage, plan a nice vacation and maybe a couple of weekend getaways, get them on the calendar now. And make sure that you have a regular date night with friends, or that you go out and socialize on the weekends and just get out and be out. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. This is a lot better energy than we've had in the last few years, because this energy is one that's happier. And what's not to love about being happy? Now, if you are thinking about getting pregnant or want to get pregnant, this is also called the pregnancy star. So make sure that you have some romantic time there in the center sector of your house if you're hoping to get pregnant. That's my Feng Shui fertility tip for the day. Well, guys, let's see. I think I've pretty much covered all the sectors. Again, if you are interested in learning more about the 2018 and what the Year of the Dog has to offer, just head over to my website, redlotusletter.com, and click on that pretty picture under the articles of the dog, and you'll see it. It'll pop right up. Go check it out. You can also get this list that you can print out. It's a nice table, tells you where to put everything everywhere, so you'll have it all set. But if you want to know more, like what's in store for you as a dragon, or if your house is west facing or northwest facing, then check out my forecast. It is a tremendous buy. I lay out Feng Shui for the entire year for everybody. I give you a complete horoscope for the entire year for every sign, every house direction, every bedroom direction. It's a lot of information. In fact, you're not going to go away from my table hungry for information. I make sure that you've got plenty of it, and it's organized in a way that you can access it and use it readily. And I'd love for you to get a jump on that right now while the energy is getting ready to just go kaboom in a good way as tomorrow starts that new moon and the solar eclipse, and a big start to the lunar new year. Be sure to go and check out Red Lotus Letter, and I'm going to put a link right here on this page so that you can check out this this tremendous value on my forecast. Get in, find out where the potholes are in this year, and find out where the advantages are this year, and take advantage of all that information. I mean, if somebody could give you a crystal ball, why wouldn't you, and you could see into it, why wouldn't you want to look and find out so that you know how to head off problems and how to maximize all the great energy? I'm excited for 2018. I can't wait to share some of that information with you. And best of all, here's my Valentine. It is on sale, so you're going to get it for about 40% off. And if you've liked these tips that you see here on my Facebook page, there's a gold level membership, and you'll be invited. If you purchase at that level, you'll be invited to my secret Facebook page where I pop on daily or almost daily, answer questions, and I have 2 Facebook Lives where you can post all your questions. Plus, we've got some fabulous folks on there. We've got almost 300 people on that secret page, and let me tell you, some of them are trained by me, but many of them are very well versed, and they'll pop on and give you some answers to your questions. It's a great group, very active, very engaging, and very welcoming. I hope you've enjoyed this little tip and preview of 2018 and all the ways that you can maximize your energy. Thanks for being on. Thanks for being here on Facebook with me, and I will be talking to you soon.